Sir, we are here to see the governor.
Oh, is His Excellency expecting you?
Yes, we have an appointment. I bring in 7.
I shall fetch him then.
All these people all say, God save the king. I don't know what the king does, gets so much trouble, but they're always asking God to save him. So. But if you say it, you don't get hung. So that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce His Excellency, the Royal Governor of the Province of North Carolina, William Tryon.
The governor will be out shortly.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to North Carolina. We are delighted that you have chosen to move to our province. Which area of the province are you taking them to?
We're going into the back country, Your Excellency.
Ah, yes, very good. A very important area rich in agriculture that feeds our citizenry. Now let me introduce my colleagues here. Here we have Hugh Waddell, who commands our provincial and militia forces here in the backcountry. He also oversaw the construction of that fort in the backcountry that I am forgetting the name
Fort
of.
Dobbs, Your Excellency.
Ah, yes.
Before it was decommissioned, it protected the region from possible attacks from the French and the Cherokee. But I can assure you that all is safe here now.
Very good. Also with me is Judge Richard Henderson and Colonel Edmund Fanning. Henderson oversees the Superior Court here in Orange County, and Fanning is my right-hand man there.
Speaking of the Superior Court, Your Excellency, we are meeting tomorrow, so I'm afraid that I must be off.
Very good. Good day, Judge, and safe travels.
And good day to you, Your Excellency.
Sir, should you not warn these good people of our current situation?
Do not see why it's necessary. We shouldn't frighten these good people. They have just arrived.
What situation?
Oh, it's nothing. Just some ruffians in the backcountry causing issues. They call themselves the Regulators and are adamant on fixing our already perfect government here. Nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about, sir. They shot holes in my roof, and if I had been there, they would have shot holes in me.
And if it happens again, I'll be sure to see that these rebels are dealt with.
Gentlemen, this is a conversation best held in private, though I must return to Newbern and oversee the construction of the new government palace there, so that this province may finally have a centralized and stable government. Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to seeing you prosper here in North Carolina, and I bid you all good day.
Good day, Your Excellency.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would exercise caution. These Regulators are a dangerous bunch. Now, I hope to see you all again, but for now I must be off. I'm to meet my good friend Francis Nash at the Superior Court tomorrow. Good day.
Okay, folks, we've heard from the politicians and the governor's men, the side of the crown, and unlike today, back then politicians might pull your leg or something. So let's go in and let's go check on the Regulators. All right, let's see what they're up to. If y'all follow me, let's see what they have to say.
So how long until those corrupt courthouse rings stop gouging our hard-earned money?
I'm afraid we could have to take action, or else Tryon and his goons are going to continue to take advantage of us.
We should march to Newbern and show Tryon we mean business.
Indeed.
Gentlemen, violence is never the answer. Let me continue to talk to the other members of the General Assembly and try to sway them to our side.
Husband, you the more than anyone should understand what we are going through and realize that talking so far has gotten us absolutely nothing.
I agree with Redknapp. Fanning and his ilk have been robbing us blind for years. We've got to do something.
Hunter's right. Let's go to the Superior Court tomorrow. Let those judges know exactly how we feel.
No. To disrupt the court would surely invoke the wrath of Governor Tryon, and who knows what he would do then.
Oh, Tryon is no threat to us. Besides, he's too busy setting up his palace in Newbern.
A palace, I might add, that we paid for and will never, I repeat, never set foot in.
Here.
Well, let's go to Hillsborough then and pay our friends Fanning, Nash, and Henderson a visit.
Decide that.
Well,
All right, ahead of the mark.
I think we should go over
Talk
to
to Judge
Hillsborough and
Henderson.
see how
He
those
seems like a
guys
reasonable
fare,
man. He'll
all
probably
right?
hear our case.
All right, go, my friend.
They might be.
Godspeed.
I bet on it. Oh, Judge. How you doing? Got some folks here, some new settlers heading into the back country. I was wondering if you could get them sworn in and keep them getting hung and such.
Well, aye, that you do need to be sworn in. Unfortunately, I do have quite the busy schedule today. You see, we're trying several regulator leaders for crimes against the province of North Carolina. Oh, good day, gentlemen.
Good evening, Judge Henderson. Are you ready for today's business?
Why, that I am.
Oh, good evening, all. My name is Francis Nash. I will be one of the lawyers for today's proceedings.
Mr. Nash, let us go inside and take our seats.
Very well, Franklin. It was nice to meet you all.
Well.
Oh,
Here's
great.
Governor Tryon's pet, Judge Richard Henderson.
What do I owe this honor today?
I suppose you are here to dispense justice upon our friends?
I'm here to try several criminals for treason against His Majesty the King.
So what does that jury and those two crooks that call themselves lawyers have to do with justice?
Judge Henderson, what my friend is trying to say, have you had a chance to look at the petition that we delivered to you last Saturday?
That I did, and I will see what I can do. Now, if the rest of you will excuse me, I have a court to oversee.
Good day, Judge Henderson.
Hey, they're not changing the jury. What? And Fanning's speaking out against our friends.
What?
I say we bust in there, get him and his corrupt friends, and teach them a lesson.
All right.
Yeah!
You can't go! Go!
Let go! Get with me. Go!
You value your life.
Kick him while he's down, boys!
Stop this now!
Justice!
This is not how we're supposed to conduct ourselves.
Now let him go! You will pay for this! I swear it!
Bring it!
Go home, every one of you, and pray they don't arrest you.
To Fanning's house! Yeah! Put it down!
Well, as you can see, yeah, there's stuff going on. So let's come around back.
Burned down my house last September.
So now we
It's a clear violation of His Majesty's law. If you're lucky they didn't kill you.
Indeed. Now, gentlemen, what all is in Mr. Johnston's riot act?
It allows us to declare any gathering of 10 or more citizens who do not disperse after being ordered to as a riot, which includes the riot at the Superior Court last September. Those rioters are then given 60 days to surrender themselves to the law or be declared outlaws. It also allows the governor to call on the militia to put down any such insurrection.
Yes, well, hopefully he will do just that.
Indeed.
Gentlemen, it would seem that our path forward regarding the regulator issue has been decided.
Your Excellency, may I say congratulations on your promotion as the Royal Governor of New York.
Thank you, Colonel Fanning, but I will not leave North Carolina until it is at peace.
With the release of husband, that task may become harder than we anticipated.
Husband has been released?
Yes, the courts cannot find any just cause to convict him.
This will only inspire these rebels to go even further.
Which is why our course forward regarding the regulators has been decided. We must arrest every regulator leader and their supporters so that they may receive the justice they so well deserve.
Indeed. What has caused such a change in heart, Your Excellency?
I just sent this letter from Regulator Redneck Howell to James Hunter, stating that prior to husband's release, he planned to gather as many regulator sympathizers as he could and march on Newburn.
To do so would have been a blatant act of rebellion.
Indeed. So we must begin a campaign to stamp out this rebellion. General Waddell, you will gather as many militia forces from this area and march to Salisbury, where you will gather as much powder and ammunition as possible.
Yes. I will send a letter to Governor Bull of South Carolina requesting guns, powder, and ammunition.
Very good, General. I will recruit forces from this area of the province so that we may begin a campaign to end this regulator madness. General, once you've gathered as many forces as you can, you will rendezvous with my forces.
Very good, sir. I'll leave immediately.
Good day, General.
And where should we call the militia from, sir?
From the eastern counties, Craven, New Hanover, Orange, and Dobbs, to name a few.
But will that be enough?
Indeed it will. We will force these regulators to submit at any cost. James, fetch me the gift for Colonel Fanning. Colonel Fanning, will you do me the honor of serving as my second in command?
With honor, Your Excellency.
Very good. Captain Nash, you will command one of the companies that we shall muster.
Yes, sir.
It's settled then. We now march to end this pitiful rebellion. Gentlemen, let us be off.
Okay, folks. See how this is going on. They've enacted the Johnston Riot Act, which really puts the woes on a lot of gatherings and so forth. Anything that might be considered treasonous will get you home. So let's go over and check on the regulators again and see what they're up to. All right.
So, James, are you certain my letter was intercepted by the governor's men?
I'm positive. Tryon and St. Liddell gathered forces from around Salisbury, while he and Fanning have gone to gather forces from the eastern counties. They go up to us.
So how many men does he have? How many men does he have?
600 to 1,000 militiamen.
We only have one option.
No, we
And
cannot.
that is to stand our ground and show the governor that we will not back down.
We cannot fight.
You really suggest that we fight Tryon?
Only if he plans to. Those of us here in the back.
Gentlemen, violence is never the answer.
Herman, I know you and your Quaker upbringing does not want to fight.
What if we gather in one place? What if we pick a
Tryon
place?
is going to come after us, we have to defend ourselves.
What if we pick a place to gather and show Tryon we will not stand down until our grievances are heard and dealt with?
Husband, where is it that you would have us gather?
I have an idea where.
Oh yeah, where's that, Robert?
Our runners keep telling us the Tryon's headed for Alamance Creek. Gather there.
Send out a call to any and all regulators and sympathizers. Tell them we'll meet at Alamance Creek, and we'll show Tryon that we will not stand down.
Herman,
Yes,
if I
Reverend.
may, if the governor should catch wind of all this, he's quite likely to take it as a threat. He could even send out armed troops to intercept.
Well, is that what you suggest we do?
Let me go and talk to him. I'll explain what it is that we're trying to do and what our goals are, and just ask him not to move against us.
Gentlemen, that idea has merit.
Well, go, my friend, and see what you can do, and be careful.
We'll meet you there.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and time a little bit. We'll do the Alamance Creek, May 16th to 1771. Tryon and 7 on January. Regulators have to move on. Big standoff there at the field. Nobody wants to fire the first shot.
Hopefully this will go quickly.
Considering they have
Civility. We're not expecting a message.
I believe we were expecting this.
I was expecting a
Dispatch is
dispatch
not
from General Waddell. Ah. Thank you. Now, go and see if you can convince these regulators to surrender. It would seem that General Waddell has failed.
How so, Your Excellency?
Regulators forced him to retreat back to Salisbury, We destroyed his powder and ammunition outside of Charlottetown.
So it would seem that we are on our own then.
Indeed. Hopefully these regulators will surrender within the given hour. Did you issue the riot act to the regulators?
Yes, Your Excellence, I did. But all they did was insult me to my face. They told me to return to my master and tell you they will not stand down.
To think that they can beat us.
Only in their wildest dreams.
Let us pray that they surrender within the given hour.
Reverend Caldwell is returned, sir.
Perhaps our prayers have been answered then.
Your Excellency, I come bearing a message from the regulators. They ask that you do not fire on them, sir.
If they surrender within the given hour, then we will not open fire.
I'll let them know.
Good day, Reverend. Safe travels. They will proceed. Bloodshed. This should be interesting.
Governor Tryon, I'm here on behalf of the regulators to discuss a prisoner exchange.
A prisoner exchange? And who do you think you are to
Let
ask
the
such a...
gentleman speak.
You have 7 of our men in your custody. We humbly ask you return them to us. In exchange, we will return the 2 that we captured yesterday.
So you wish for me to release the 7 outlaws that I captured, that you may bolster the army you have amassed against me?
We only want to get our friends to safety before any violence breaks out.
Before any violence breaks out, if you heed the law which has been repeated to you time and time again, and surrender, then there will be no violence.
Then why have you brought an army against us? You must truly fear us.
Fear you? Ha! I only wish to dispel the rebellious mob that is formed in the heart of my colony.
We are not rebels! We only wish to ensure that His Majesty's government does not take advantage of this province's citizens.
And you are all enacting treason against the crown and are traitors. You will face your governor when he speaks to you.
You are no governor to me. You're nothing more than a tyrant.
And you are all traitors, for which the punishment is death.
No.
Sir! Sir, what have you done?
Send a soldier with a white flag to convince him to surrender one last time.
Yes, sir. You there, take that white flag and go negotiate with these rebels.
So, His Excellency has just got a messenger. We'll see how it goes for this guy. Well, we didn't have to wait.
Men! They have opened fire on us and are enacting armed rebellion against His Majesty's province. We will treat them as such. Colonel Fanning, Captain Nash, form them into battle. We end this today.
Yes, sir.
What were you thinking, firing on a man, carrying a white flag?
They've already killed one of our own, Herman. It was justified.
We now have no other option but to fight.
I still feel this can be settled without bloodshed.
Unfortunately, Herman, they're already forming battle lines.
There has been bloodshed. Tryon shot Robert right in front of us all.
I will not fight, and I urge you all to please follow.
Husband, if you wish not to fight, we will honor your decision. But we cannot let this go unpunished. Tryon is a tyrant and a murderer. He has to be held accountable.
If there's to be bloodshed, I will not stand. I wish you all well, and may God protect you.
Godspeed, Herman. You might want to leave North Carolina till it's safe.
Will it ever be safe again? Goodbye, my friends.
Company, to the front. March.
They're advancing. Stand your ground.
So, Montgomery, you're the only one with military training. What do you think we should do?
We stand and we fight. Men with rifles and muskets in the front, those without in the back. All right, men, let's form up. Show no fear.
So we are to fight the governor then?
Yes. I don't feel we have any choice.
To those who style themselves regulators, I lament the fatal necessity to which you have now reduced me by withdrawing yourselves from the mercy of the crown and from the laws of your country. To require you who are now assembled as regulators to quietly lay down your arms, to surrender up your leaders to the laws of your country and rest on the leniency of the government. Signed, William Tryon.
We will not surrender until our grievances are heard.
Gentlemen and regulators, those of you who are not too far committed should desist and quietly return to your homes. Those of you who have laid yourselves liable should submit without resistance. I and others promise to obtain for you the best possible terms. The governor will grant you nothing. You are unprepared for war. You have no cannon. You have no military training. You have no commanding officers to lead you in battle. And you have no ammunition. You will be defeated.
Do your worst.
Form up, men. Line up.
Men, they're not surrendering. Battalion!
Aren't they pretty?
Make ready!
Beautiful.
Cover your ears.
Present! Fire! I said fire!
Fire on us, you'll be dead!
You
coward!
Coward! Fire me!
Dead!
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Firing! Return fire! Fall back! Fall back!
Okay, guys, the battle will kind of shift downhill here a little bit.
Fall back! Fall back! Fall back! Down the hill there! Where are you, Tryon? I'm right here!
Make ready! Present! Fire!
Fall back! Down the hill! Fall back! Fall back!
Make ready! Present! Fire!
Alright, so we'll walk into the battlefield here and see what happens when Tryon catches up there.
Present! Fire! John! Surround the regulators and force them to surrender! Get the one in the corner, he's one of their leaders! Ah! That was the leader too! Get him! Lay down your arms and surrender. Make sure none of them escape.
You there.
Ah! Colonel Fanning, Captain Nash. You can take Captain Montgomery off the list of leaders.
You're fighting to blood yourself!
It would seem our men have done our work for us.
We will never surrender to your tyrants.
It's a bit gruesome, don't you think so, sir?
Indeed, and what was that?
Well, sir, it would seem some of our men are out for blood.
Let me make one thing clear. There will be no executions on this field.
But, sir, these rebels must pay.
Any regulators gathered on this field will lay down their arms, surrender and take an oath of loyalty to the king will be pardoned of their crimes.
Never surrender.
Those who don't will be taken to Hillsborough, tried, and hanged as traitors. Captain Nash, take those two to Hillsborough so they will not surrender.
Yes, sir.
Those of you who wish to follow the right path and take an oath of loyalty to the king, as well as surrender up these gentlemen, will be pardoned of all their crimes against the crown. James Hunter, Benjamin Merrill, Redknapp Howe, Herman Husband. Colonel Fanning, issue the oath of loyalty.
Okay, this is how we keep from getting
To
hung,
take
all
the
right?
right
This is the other.
Repeat after me. I
I,
state your name.
God,
Do faithfully and sincerely
do faithfully and sincerely
promise and swear
promise and swear. Y'all gonna get hung.
that I will bear true allegiance to His Majesty King George III,
That I will bear true allegiance to His Majesty King George III,
and with heart and hands,
heart and hands,
life and goods,
life and goods,
will maintain and defend His Majesty's government
will maintain and defend His Majesty's government
and the laws of the province of North Carolina.
and the laws of the province of North Carolina.
God save the King.
God save the King. Always say that. Don't ever.
Skip that.
Yeah, no.
Let's be off to Hillsborough for the trials. General Waddell, what do you have to report?
We're still searching for husband, Hunter, and Howell, as well as any other regulators who have fled the Alamance or did not take an oath of allegiance.
Keep searching. Go in every home and farm until you find them.
Very well. So, is it true you'll be leaving North Carolina soon?
Indeed. I leave for New York at the conclusion of the trials, so I would like to see husband hanged before I leave. So back to searching.
Very well.
It is by order of His Excellency, the Royal Governor of the Province of North Carolina, and by this court, that Forrest Mercer, James Stewart, James Emerson, Harmon Cox, William Brown, James Copland, Benjamin Merrill, Robert Mata, Pugh, Robert Messer, and Peter Craven are found guilty of enacting treason and rebellion against His Majesty's government in North Carolina. The punishment for which is death by hanging, which shall be conducted on the 19th of June this year, our Lord, 1771.
Judge Henderson, I wish to submit this request by myself and authorized by His Majesty the King.
Certainly, Your Excellency.
Apologies for the interruption.
By order of His Gracious Majesty King George III and His Excellency the Royal Governor of the Province of North Carolina, Forrest Mercer, James Stewart, James Emerson, Harmon Cox, William Brown, and James Copland are hereby pardoned of all crimes committed against the Crown and the Province. I hereby call this trial to a close. We shall reconvene on the 19th for the execution of the remaining 6 traitors. God save the King!
God save the King.
God save the King. I don't know.
Okay, guys.
We hereby notify you that the Johnston Riot Act is not legal and is dangerous to the citizenry of the province. Stupid politics.
Governor Tryon, can I have a moment of your time, sir?
And who might you be?
Josiah Martin, Your Excellency. I'm at your service.
Ah, yes, the new royal governor of North Carolina. I would have thought you were already there.
Well, I thought before I departed I would take a moment to speak to you about the status of the province.
Ha, yes, I do not miss that wilderness at all.
I see. So what was the status of the province when you left, sir?
Before I left, we saw the end of the trial that saw 6 rebels hanged, but the violence of the regulators is now over.
So they're no longer a concern then?
No. I put a swift end to that pitiful rebellion.
I see.
But I would not let your guard down. You've probably been keeping up with what's going on in Boston.
I have.
Governor Hutchinson seems to have his hands full with those Sons of Liberty, or whatever they call themselves.
Sadly, I fear that they are all over the colonies. We have our own here in North Carolina, or here in New York, and there is even far down as North Carolina. Frankly, I fear they're in every colony causing some sort of issue.
Do you suppose these regulators now style themselves Sons of Liberty?
No. Most of the regulators either took an oath of allegiance to the crown or escaped into the far reaches of the backcountry, where the Cherokee will deal with it, I am sure.
I see. So they're no longer concerned then?
Don't be so naive, my friend. There's a storm brewing on the horizon. The seas of unrest are churning. I fear Boston is only the beginning of something much larger. Heed my advice. Tread carefully with the General Assembly. Many of them support the Sons of Liberty. If revolt begins to stir in North Carolina, follow my example and call on the militia under General Waddell and put a swift end to any rebellion.
I will take your advice under consideration, Your Excellency. Thank you for your time, sir.
Good day, Governor Martin, and good luck. You're going to need it.
Good day, Your Excellency.
Excuse me, Private. Tell General Washington that Princess Nash is here to see him.
Ah, yes, I'll fetch him immediately. General Nash of the North Carolina Brigade to see you, sir. General Washington.
Good day, General Nash.
Good day, sir.
I would like to give you your orders for tomorrow's engagement at Germantown. It is crucial that we push the enemy out of the area if we wish to retake Philadelphia.
Sir.
Now, out of curiosity, how did such a high-standing North Carolinian come to join our cause?
Well, to be rather honest with you, sir, after witnessing an innocent man being shot by Tryon back in 71 at the Battle of Alamance, I and many other North Carolinians realized that fighting on the side of the crown wasn't exactly in our best interest. To be honest, the burden of guilt couldn't stand it.
I see. During my service in the French and Indian War, I too witnessed firsthand how the British looked down on their loyal subjects. General Nash, regret can be a powerful motivator, but it should not push one to do what one already feels is right in their heart.
That is very true, sir.
Now tomorrow, you and your brigade will be held in the reserves under General Sterling. If we are forced to retreat, it is you and your forces that will ensure that our army survives.
Very well, sir. I will prepare them immediately.
Good day, General.
Good day, sir.
All right, folks. So Nash is now switched over. As I
You all
said.
probably thought you would never see me again, didn't you?
No.
We hope. Well, I'm here to fill in the rest of the story of some of the people you've met on your journey today. As you just witnessed, the colonies are now at war with Great Britain. Francis Nash would join the Continental Army, becoming Brigadier General over all North Carolina Continentals. On October 4th, 1777, at the Battle of Germantown, he was mortally wounded when he was overseeing the retreat of Washington's army. He died a few days later, becoming one of only 10 Continental generals to die in battle. Herman Husband would escape North Carolina after the Battle of Alamance, where he would then settle with his family in Pennsylvania, where he too would become a patriot. He would not really show up again until the Whiskey Rebellion of 1791 to 1794, where he was again arrested for treason. He was pardoned and released by none other than President Washington. James Hunter would return to North Carolina and live out the rest of his life, and Redknapp Howe would escape to Maryland, where he too would become a patriot. General Waddell would remain commander of all North Carolina militia until his death in 1773. Judge Henderson would remain judge until he formed a land company called the Transylvania Company, which in 1775 saw the purchase of a large area of land in the Kentucky region that he had surveyed by none other than famed frontiersman Daniel Boone. My friend Edmund Fanning would follow me to New York as my personal secretary, and when the Revolution broke out, he would form a loyalist provincial regiment called the King's American Regiment, attachment of which would come down south in 1780 under Captain Abraham de Peister. As for me, I would remain Royal Governor of New York until 1777, when I was switched to a field command as a Major General in the British Army during the Revolution. Then, I and the Mayor of New York City, David Matthews, would come up with a plan to assassinate General Washington. a plan which failed when our assassin Tomasiki was captured and executed. I would leave New York in 1780 and never set foot in America again. Now, on behalf of the Southern Appalachian Historical Association and the Hickory Ridge History Museum, we would like to thank you for coming today. And we would love to see you back for one of our future events here at the museum, or to see our outdoor drama, Horn in the West. I bid you all good day, and God save the King.
God save the King.
Yep.